Carr, design quarterback draw! Touchdown!
How's it going, everyone? I am Sean Moerity.
I am Benjamin Walters.
And this is the Two Irish Brothers Show. Now, before we get to business on anything here, there was something that we forgot to do, Ben, in the Miami preview video to start the new season.
Yep.
And, we just got caught up doing a bunch of other things that we completely forgot about this, but we're going to do it now. Better late than never. So this is our first college football season without the great Big Ball Daddy in our community. He passed away last year, right before Thanksgiving, and we want to take this time and dedicate this season to him because I don't know about you, Ben, but when I first started on my own, he was a big inspiration to me.
Yep.
He was one of those people that, you know, when you're new and you're looking for friends, he stepped in and filled that role, and he was a real nice guy, would give you the shirt off his back. And so I want to take this time not only to dedicate the season to him, but I want to take a little moment of silence. All right. That's for you, BVD. We know you're watching. So, all right. Down to business.
Yep.
Not a good way to start the season.
No.
Didn't want nobody wants to start the season with a loss. I will say this, you got to tip your hat to the Hurricanes. They came to play and they got the job done.
Yep.
They did what was needed. It was a battle and they came out on top.
Yep. No, we gained a couple Hurricane followers after this game, you know, because of the cordialness and the respect that we gave Miami on our show's page. So yeah, hats are off to Miami. You know, on one hand, you hope to see them go the distance because then it makes the loss look a lot better.
Yeah, it helps the resume.
You know, but then you also kind of hope that someone gets them too. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's disappointing. It is absolutely disappointing. And I always say close losses hurt worse than blowouts because there was that chance. You know, there was that chance. And, you know, Miami beat Notre Dame 27-24. And there was that chance at the end of the game. I mean, we had a chance to potentially either tie it or take the lead for good. And it just didn't happen. So the rest is history. Now it is where to from here. And to answer that, it is on to A&M. But before we get to A&M, and before the Aggies come to South Bend, we got to talk about what was this defeat in South Florida, and the ghosts of Miami continue to haunt us because what is it, like game 6 or 7 that now in a row in Miami against Miami, not in Miami because obviously we won the Orange Bowl last season against Penn State. But
against Miami in Miami.
Yeah. So,
but,
you know,
let's despite this being a loss to start the year, let's talk about the obvious good. The ceiling is high for CJ Carr.
Yes.
Under the circumstances, he performed very well. Now, were there mistakes? Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No. Yeah. Out of all the big name quarterbacks that took their first step, if you will, this season in the first game, Carr looked the best, you know. So I'm fine with it in a way. I hate losing. I'm not going to condone losing. Like, losing is unacceptable. If you're looking for silver linings, and that's what we're looking for right now, the silver lining is Carr did not look lost. Carr looked like he was slightly inexperienced because you're on the road and because you're against a team that is good and you're young. So yeah, I'm excited for Carr, and for the most part, he did what he was told. The tipped pass that was an interception. Yes, it was an RPO, but if you go by the tape and you go by everything that happened before this, it was you go to the screen, you go to the screen, you go to the screen, you go to the screen. That's what Denbrock was calling. But yes, so
let's just address the elephant in the room since you brought him up.
Yeah,
I don't want to go on a big screaming tirade. What in the hell was right. Denbrock thinking?
What the absolute
seriously?
F. Yeah,
seriously. I just want to get it out of the way, just for the sake of getting it out of the way. And I don't want to get myself too worked up here. This is his third tenure at Notre Dame,
right?
His second at least.
Okay.
He always finds
list it off though, Sean. Like, see, here's the issue with this. Okay, it is not the fact that we didn't execute well. It is the fact that you had three things going for you. Three things, and it doesn't make you change the game plan. It
was horrible.
It's raining. You got a new quarterback. You have a Heisman frontrunner who was banged up last year and ran for 1,000 yards, and he gets 8 touches in the game? I mean, if he's hurt, then whatever, and don't play him and let Jadarian Price play. But also, Jadarian Price didn't get a ton of touches. And
here's the stats right here.
I don't get it. And it's like when you look at Carr had more rushing attempts than Love and and Jadarian Price.
Here's the numbers. Jeremiah Love, 10 carries the whole night for 33 yards. Jadarian Price, 6 carries, 45 yards. CJ Carr, 16 yards on 11 carries and the lone rushing touchdown.
Right.
I don't get this.
And the rushing touchdown was awesome by CJ Carr. Not gonna lie. Got the game tied, got everybody fired up. It was awesome seeing the youngster do that. But why is it that the first rushing touchdown in Notre Dame season comes from CJ Carr and not Jeremiah Love or Jadarian Price?
It's ridiculous.
I just don't get it. And clearly, and people go, and here's the counterpoint that people say. The counterpoint is, well, Miami would know that we were going to run it. So they're going to stack the box and we won't be able to. Okay. Everybody knew we were going to run the ball last year and it didn't fucking matter. Pardon me. It didn't matter. It just didn't matter. So I don't get it. I just don't. And I get that you're going to have times where you do a screen pass. I get it. It's part of the game. Everybody freaking does it. But to have it that many times.
Not 50 freaking times, it seems like.
And not only to have that, but then you see CJ Carr take that big shot and come up with the big shot and make a good pass. Why aren't you letting him do that? And you cannot tell me that it's, Notre Dame doesn't want to reveal everything. Okay, yeah, you do that against Toledo. You don't do that against Miami on the road in South Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, we don't coach, obviously. Duh.
But it doesn't take a genius to
figure it out. I'm in my freaking kitchen making a freaking video online. But it doesn't take a freaking genius. It doesn't take a freaking genius to figure it out that this ain't freaking working. It ain't working. So why are we doing it?
He's done this several times. It's like the only one who outcoached Mike Denbrock was Mike Denbrock.
Right.
He picks the dumbest times to do this. You have put the ball in your playmaker's hands.
Right.
You got probably the best running back in the country. Feed him the damn ball.
Right.
Don't try this cute little shit. Do what you know how to do.
Well, and here's the other thing too.
Hold on. I can understand with a first-time starting quarterback at the collegiate level. I understand this. If you want to spend the first 2 drives, doing a little experimenting, seeing what he can do, fine. You want to get him warmed up, fine. But after that, you let it rip.
See,
that's just unacceptable. This was one of the worst game plans I've ever seen in my life.
You know what, though? I disagree with that because, here's my ultimate example. North Carolina took Drake May as a freshman and threw him into the fire. And they said, go frickin' sling it. And he did. There was no dink and dunk. There is no, we're going to do this little thing and that little thing. No, it's, we believe in you. You're supposed to be the future. You're supposed to be this guy. Go prove it. And he did. Okay. What did he do in his first game? Like 500 yards? Like put the nation on notice in the first game.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was against a decent opponent too. It wasn't like they were playing no-name State. So yeah, I mean, I get you're going to have a little bit of caution because it is Miami, and I get it. And they had an improved defense, and they showed it. They showed an improved defense. But I don't get it. And the other part of the debacle, Sean, is that we're tight end you, supposedly, and did we see tight end play this past game?
We did actually.
We had one really good play, and it was a blown assignment by Miami. It wasn't all right.
That's fair.
We designed that. It was like he was meant to do that route, and then Miami got caught napping, and it was a huge game that set up that game-tying touchdown, which was great.
Fair
but
point.
Once again, it's like if you want to go and help your quarterback out, okay, how many times do you hear in the NFL from these analysts and scouts that go, okay, new quarterback, he's the supposed future, he's going to rely heavily on Hawkinson or Laporta or Kittle because those are the safety valve. A tight end is always the quarterback's safety valve. Did we do that in the game? No. We did short little screen passes. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And it's mind-boggling.
It's like, is he doing this on purpose? That's what I mean. I know he's probably not, but
right.
It
Who slipped him $1,000 and told him to lose the game?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously,
It was like this. It's like, what was I watching out there? It was so stupid. It's unload, Brock. Unload. These are the games where you unload it. But it's like, I'm sorry, that's unacceptable. Jeremiah Love should be getting 20 touches minimum.
Every game. Doesn't matter who we're playing. Doesn't matter what their defensive rank is. Doesn't matter if they can stuff the run every fucking time. Pardon me. Every time. Right. This is we're going to have to put an expletive mark on this video after I'm done.
PG-13. There's always a few F-bombs.
But yeah, I don't get it. And then on the flip side, we've heard that the defense is going to still be awesome, even with the loss of Benjamin Morrison, the loss of Xavier Watts, and for a part of the game, Kingston wasn't even playing. And I'm like, okay, where's Kingston? And then he was playing. And then when he was playing, he was phenomenal. And it's like, so I don't know what's going on. I don't understand.
But also, two things with the defense. One, the soft coverage. What was Ash doing with that? Tighten it up. They were giving Miami like a 10-yard
cushion easily.
5 to 10 yard cushion every single play.
Yeah.
And then also, where was the pass rush?
Yeah, we had
where was the blitz?
One. What was it like? I think in the first half it was one pressure on Carson Beck. One. What are we doing? I mean. I get that it's a home game for him, but good grief, don't roll out the red carpet.
There's no preseason in college.
I mean, yeah, there was a decent amount of not good. And
listen, I'll be fair.
Here's the thing. We can't play like this against A&M. I don't care if it's home. I don't care if we have a sold-out crowd. I don't care. We cannot play like that against A&M.
Oh, we're going to be screwed. We're going to be screwed if we come with the same game plan.
I mean, and it'll be real telling, and I'm not trying to jump too far forward, but we got 2 weeks to prepare for A&M, so I better see some improvement. That's all I'm going to say on that.
All
and
I know
we'll
is
touch that later, but
all I know is Ash and Denbrock, as my old high school coach used to say, pull your head out of your ass.
I mean, and you got to wonder, because like people were comparing Ash to our favorite, Van Gorder, and it's like how short of a leash. Because here's the other part of this too. Okay, how short of a leash does Freeman put on Ash because of the fact that Freeman is a defensive mind and was in a defensive position coach wise before he became head coach. So you know that Freeman is seeing XYZ on the defensive side of the ball automatically because that's where his brain's tooled to be, even though he is the head coach.
Yeah.
So it's like, and he was a good defensive coordinator for us. And I mean, you look at his track record before he came to Notre Dame, and we talked about it, and I'll reiterate it. Everywhere he went, he improved that section of the team, whether it was the defensive backs, whether it was linebackers, whether it was DC, like he did that. So I know you're going to be like, okay, I'm relying really heavily on you, Den Brock, because you're the OC and that's not really my gig. But when it comes to the defense, you just got to wonder about Freeman and how much he's going to be like, no, we're not doing that. And if you can't figure it out, then get the out. So yeah, I don't know, but let's talk about good. I mean, we've went on for 16 minutes about bad. Let's go on. Let's have some good here. Carr looked good for first time. I mean, this is, aside from handing the ball off a couple times that he had before this game, he looked pretty good, and it was really telling when that fumble happened and Miami got that fumble. And then immediately after that fumble, CJ Carr grabbed his teammate and was like, we're going to fix this. Let's go. That's telling. There was no, it's your fault. What the F did you do? It was, that sucked. We're going to fix it. Don't worry about it. And I love seeing that.
We move on. We focus on forward.
I'll just say it. I mean, we were talking about it last night. I'll say it. We played flat against Miami. But if that's Notre Dame being flat and it takes everything in Miami to beat us when we're flat, what do we look like when we're good? So
I agree. I agree. If that's an off day, then I don't want the loss. But if that's an off day, if that's a bad game,
I'll take it.
It's probably one of the best bad games I've ever seen. But
and let's be honest, I don't want to think game, other than Ohio State and Texas, was the best game of the weekend.
Yeah, it was a battle. It was an absolute battle. And let's
we said it was going to be. We didn't think it was going to be easy. We didn't.
No. But let's take a look at CJ Carr's numbers real quick. 19 of 30, 221 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, the 1 interception, but got deflected. You can't help that. But like I said, it all goes back to the offensive play calling. There were some times where I felt he was set up to fail. But aside from the negative crap, that is an impressive start for your first ever collegiate start.
3 touchdowns under your belt, 2 through the air, 1 through the ground. On the ground.
I don't like them trying to run him like Riley Leonard.
I think here's the thing. There was only one time that I saw that it was actually a design quarterback run. That was CJ Carr taking it upon himself. So, yeah, I mean, he got walloped once.
I was scared.
That was like a few years ago when Joe Burrow was with LSU and just got absolutely lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So I was like, please get up, 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 And then Love scared me too in the game. I don't know if you saw it, and go back and watch it, but there was one where he was running and he got hit helmet to helmet and he dropped for a second and he didn't get up. And I was like, okay, please get up, so yeah, I saw that and I was nervous, but like our receiving core looks pretty good though. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Faison had a nice game in particular,
and Fields had a good game too.
Yeah, Malachi
So-
Fields, transfer from Virginia. Yeah, so there's some. This just shows two things: that we got a really good receiving room, and finally we have a quarterback that can launch it.
Yeah.
Listen, I love Riley
And-
Leonard, but he couldn't throw the ball 50 yards.
No.
He couldn't throw it down.
And this is a guy that's this guy's not even at his peak yet. I mean,
Exactly.
CJ Carr is going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger. Like, that's what makes it even more awesome is that you know that he can just launch it. So go ahead and just start the car. So
it was really unfortunate that we didn't see Greathouse really get any target.
And
because you can't leave that talent off on the field like that. You have to utilize it.
Yeah. And Christian Gray looked decent, you know. I will say, I'm going to say it. The refs were really letting the boys play in this game.
Yes, they
there
were.
was a lot of pass interference in this game on both sides, like not just Notre Dame.
Yeah, there was contact. There was contact for sure.
You know, so a couple bullets were dodged there, but yeah, I need to see the defense really improve. Like that's my big worry because like I'm not super concerned about the offense because we went against a pretty good Miami defense, you know, that was legitimately greatly improved from last year, who gave up 31 points and then, you know, did what they did. But the defense has to improve because I get nervous about A&M and I'm nervous about Southern Cal, you know, because those are going to be offenses that'll give us fits. So
I want to ask your opinion on something on the offense. Aside from what was your overall take of the offensive line?
Okay.
Because there were
I felt like it was okay, but I felt like Miami got a decent amount of pressure on Carr. You know,
because like there were some whiffs that I was very concerned about, especially by the right guard what's his name, Guiri Lambert.
Yeah.
Is that how you say?
Yeah,
is that his name?
I'm not going to give him like the meh, but it's definitely not like wow, we played great. So
It's not panic time just yet.
No, not at all. I mean, and you know, you're at a hostile environment. It's crappy out. You know, you have another aspect going into this, which is the humidity that is South Florida. You know, Miami practices in it every day. It doesn't matter to them, you know. But when you come from South Bend, and that's like the worst day of the year on a bad year, it sucks, you know. So yeah, like I don't know how much that affected the line. I don't know how much the sloshiness of the field affected the line, you know. So I don't know. But yeah, there's some improvements that need to be made. And now it'll be very telling if Freeman can do what he has done in the past that goes, okay, that sucked. We're going to right our ship, and then we're going to be world beaters, you know. So I want this to be the Northern Illinois situation that was last year, you know.
Because all I know
use
is
this as your motivation, and you take off.
Yes, because you can't. I'm telling you right now, you cannot come into these games like with Texas A&M, Arkansas, even Boise State. You can't come in with this kind of game plan.
Well, and the other thing is too,
on either side,
we can't start the season 0-2. That's just the bottom line. I mean, best case scenario, if you're going to lose, and I hate saying that because losing's unacceptable, but if you're going to lose in week 1, so then you have 11 more games to get it figured out. You know, don't lose at the very end where you're then screwed. So,
thankfully, right now we only dropped 3 spots. We're still in the top 10. Now let's right the ship.
Yep. And I mean, they don't mean a ton anyway, but whatever, you know. So I could give 2 winks about the rankings right now.
Well, I'm just saying.
You're right. And like we talked about off camera, it's a starting point. It gives you something to go off of. It's what people are thinking about these teams. I get it, but I don't put a ton of stock into it. I know people are freaking out in other fan bases about where their team is or isn't. Who cares? You know,
I think it's just because
give it 4 or 5 games.
I think it's just because as an independent, there's so little room for error.
And I agree with that. No, and I 110% agree. You know, I mean, you want to have no blemishes and no reason for anybody to doubt you whatsoever. And now there is that. Well, you know, it's Notre Dame. They lost again. So, but moving forward, I think we're okay. I mean, if we get blown out by A&M, then maybe it's time to push the panic button. But it hasn't happened. So I still have the faith at the moment.
Unlike a lot of people that I saw over the weekend, myself, I'm pissed at what happened. I'm pissed at the coaches, the coordinators, that is, for the crappy game plans. And not taking anything away from the players. The players made mistakes on the field too. I'm not denying that. Because Freeman even said in the post game, everybody point the finger at yourselves, myself included. He's right. He's right. But you need to right the ship now. And I'll tell you, but I was going to finish saying too, I'm never going to quit on this team. This is my team, win or lose. Right. Love these guys. It's like a child. I told you this last night. You know, you're a father. Your child may disappoint you and may make you angry, but you still love them.
Yeah.
That's how it is with me and Notre Dame.
Nope, I agree. I 110% agree. And, I mean, yesterday I went fishing with 2 buddies. You better believe that I had Notre Dame hat on yesterday. You know, more so than when we lose than when we win. When we lose, I'm sporting Notre Dame gear even harder than when we win. And maybe that's backwards, but I don't give 2 winks. So,
see, when times are bad, that's when the team needs you the most.
So, yeah, but yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next. And obviously, we're going to take a week off because we have bye week, which is actually kind of nice because we're playing a good team in A&M. So I will take 2 weeks to prepare for A&M as opposed to 1.
Yep.
So
exactly.
Yep.
And I'm sure we'll probably think of some video idea in there in between.
Oh yeah, we have a few ideas already.
So, all right. Well, so in conclusion, 0-1 to start the season. It sucks, but we've got 11 games left. I mean, Howard Cross, he said the best last year after the NIU loss. They're like, we're 1-1. What, are we going to pack it in now and say, oh, no, we're done, season's over? No. If you're a true fan, you stick with the team. Nothing's over yet. So, on that note, everyone, I'm Sean Moerity.
I'm Benjamin Walters.
And as we always say every video, win or lose, God bless, have a great night, and go Irish!
Go Irish!